Hello, I'm Mars, and today I am going to be cooking creamy chicken taquitos. Now, disclaimer, due to our 5-day no meat challenge, there's some things that we need to resolve, and one of those things is that there's chicken in it. But the thing is, if the chicken isn't from the store, I think it's okay. Aww. My mom's cousin actually has chickens, and for this project I have asked to use some chicken breasts from those chickens. I could have gotten it canned, but again, that's from the store, and we don't play around with the meat industry. Why I chose creamy chicken taquitos. Hold on, let me pull up a chair.
12 seconds later.
To talk. We're just talking. Sorry about the lighting again. It's not like I have a ring light or something. I'm not even at my own house. So I have limited choices as to where and how I record. Why I chose these creamy chicken taquitos. I love taquitos. I love them so much, in fact, that when I was recovering from my wisdom teeth surgery, something I said in my inebriated state due to the laughing gas that they gave me was me crying to my father, worrying that they were going to eat my taquitos that I kept in the freezer. Again, these are pre-made freezer taquitos. They're kind of shitty, but I love them. I love eating garbage, and that's one of my favorite garbages to eat. So I love taquitos.
Shut up!
2, creamy chicken taquitos. I just like when food's creamy. Like when you have a pasta and the sauce is super thin, I don't mess around with that. I love some creamy thick stuff. I think, wow. As another challenge to myself is I am making, instead of traditional pico de gallo to go with it, I am making pineapple pico de gallo because I think that'll be fun. And I know that pineapple and jalapeno go yummy together. My only concern is that in the recipes that I was looking at, they're like assuming that you've already had your chicken cooked and shredded. So my concern now is I have to cook chicken, shred it, I have to season it myself. Like, I'm just a little nervous about how that's going to go, because I'm not the best at cooking. I'm not the best at cooking. One time when we were subscribed to Blue Apron, I cooked some really good medium rare steaks to go into lettuce cups with sushi rice, and to this day, that is the pinnacle of my cooking achievements thus far. I'm much more comfortable baking. I am much more comfortable cooking beef, again, because it is harder to screw up. With chicken, if you undercook it, you get salmonella and you die. The ingredients to this particular recipe are 1/3 of a cup of cream cheese, 1/4 of a cup green salsa. I'm not going to tell you the measurements. Lime juice, cumin, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, cilantro, green onion, and cheese. Pico de gallo, pineapple chunks, white onion, cilantro, lime juice, garlic cloves, jalapeno, salt to taste. All in all, everything cost, this was just over $20. 2 cans of pineapple chunks. Each one came to $128. Salsa verde was $2.64. Onion powder, because I did have to actually buy it. I couldn't just use what we have because we don't have onion powder. Was $1. Green onions, $1.14. Jalapenos, one of them was 11 cents. A white onion was 93 cents. Tortillas were $3.24. The lime juice was $1.24. The cilantro was $1.98. The cream cheese was $2.98. This is the cheese. The cheese is cheese was $2.24, and that was like a bag of like shredded cheese. Kind of crazy if you ask me. Comes to just over $20. And the chicken, of course, was not purchased at the store. The ingredients list of the tortillas specifically is the most preservatives, such as, let me just tell you. Leavenings, like sodium acid pyrophosphate, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch, which is normal, monocalcium phosphate. I actually do not know what is in cornstarch. Wheat protein, preservatives like calcium propionate, sorbic acid, dough conditioner like fumaric acid, xanthan gum, our favorite, and mono and diglycerides, sodium metabisulfates. 20 of them in there. In our salsa verde, we actually, the only thing that looks like a preservative in here is xanthan gum, spice, and natural flavor. In our pineapple, there's just pineapple and pineapple juice, which is really nice. In our garlic powder, we have, it doesn't say, excuse me. In our chili powder, it does say silicon dioxide. It says spices, including paprika. Those are some things that aren't normal whole foods. We got, in the onion powder, it doesn't say. And in our cumin, it does not say. Very cool.
Wow, incredible.
We have, it says 100% lime juice, but it's got sodium benzoate and sodium bisulfate. It is from concentrate. So I did not buy specifically limes because of the amount that I would need. I didn't know how many limes I would need. I probably could have guessed, but I didn't. And instead I have a bottle of lime juice. We have, in the fridge, we have our chicken, our jalapeno, we have minced garlic. I did not buy garlic cloves. I have a jar of minced garlic and I'm gonna use it. And the cheese, hold on. There is a laundry list of ingredients in this cheese. We got, I don't know what annatto is, but I'm gonna look it up. Anti-caking blends such as potato starch, tapioca starch, and natamycin, a natural mold inhibitor. In our garlic, the only thing that's not something that's obvious is citric acid. In our Philly cream cheese, we got some carob bean gum, whatever that is. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is prepare our chicken to be shredded. Let me find something to cook it in. Where does he keep his pans? I'm at my boyfriend's house, so I'm not sure where he keeps everything. Guess how much of an idea I have of what I'm doing? Guess. If you said none, you win 10 bonus points of extra credit. Yes, Nathan Myers does have to adhere to that. Unless you're not in my class, in which case, shut up. I'm gonna cook it in some avocado oil, not olive oil. Ingredients are avocado oil, isn't that crazy? But what I'm gonna do with the chicken is I'm gonna cut it up on the cutting board so that it cooks more evenly, because I really don't care if it's chunks. I don't care if it's shredded. I'm just gonna ready to get cooking. I actually think I'm gonna take my bracelets off because don't want food on them. That would be gross. All right, time to prepare myself emotionally. This is probably fine. This is the knife that I'm choosing. And I'm gonna just trim the fat. So you see these fatty pieces right here? I'm just gonna trim that off. It's very slimy. This is not a sensation that I'm very fond of to touch. Chicken breast at the store usually costs at least $5. So if you want to add that, if you were to buy it from the store, if you want to add that to your laundry list, that brings us up to about $26. I'm also going to just preemptively, I think I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces so that it cooks a little better. Let's just right down the middle here. I'm just gonna cut it into 2 strips of chicken, and I'm gonna do the same thing to my other breast. If you're judging my knife skills, shut up. So now that we've done that, go ahead and light this front thing. I'm gonna put it on about mid-heat. I'm gonna pour some oil in there. You'll be able to see that in just a second. I just don't want to touch my phone with chicken hands. I don't want it to be super oily, but some of it is evaporating. So put some chicken in there. One of my chicken breasts. I'm gonna do it one chicken breast at a time so that I can figure it out. And I'm gonna grab some tongs, and I'm also going to season it with garlic powder, salt, and pepper. I think I did way too much. I'm actually just pouring the salt into my hand and just controlling the amount of salt that I put on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the pepper. I like a lot of pepper, but that's just me. I don't know how often I'm gonna have to mess around with it. I don't want it to burn, so I'm actually turning it way down. Because if it gets burnt, I'm gonna be very upset. Right now I'm just flipping them over, and this is actually taking like 0 time at all. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more. I don't know if that's too much, I don't. I actually season everything with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I'm gonna move the oil around a bit. I'm actually gonna help you so you can see what I'm doing. So here it is. Yeah, here it is. I've already flipped it once. It's seasoned very much, like a lot. I don't know if I did too much. Even if I did, it's probably fine. Because I feel like it's fine. Like, it's fine, you know? I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit because I don't hear it much sizzling. So, I'm gonna put you guys right here, just for a minute so you can see my head while I'm talking. I'm gonna leave it there for like a second. I want it to cook through. That's what my main concern is. If it doesn't cook through, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it open and cook it some more. Because it doesn't really matter. The chicken breast is not the star of the show. Also, this pan is convex, which is the opposite of concave. I don't know if we all know that. But what that means basically is that the middle of the pan is raised, coating the bottom in oil. I'm explaining because I can't show you. I'm pushing the chicken breast pieces to the outside of the pan so that they can be cooked in that oil. I don't know if this is just like frying it. I didn't put any breading on it. It's just the chicken's going right there. I'm gonna actually check the bottom. Yeah, I'm glad I did. It's kind of golden. Kind of looks happy. It's very happy looking chicken right there. But it's definitely still very raw on the inside. So we are going to flip it on its side and cook the sides of it specifically. I don't know if I'm supposed to be cooking this on a higher heat. I have no idea. But the thing is I can always cook it more. I can't cook it less. I have them on a side so that they can get some cook. Is the other pieces that I have, I'm thinking I might cut that in half like butterfly. Try to butterfly. I don't know how to do it, so I'm going to do it my way. which is cut the thing so that it's flat. So I'm gonna flip that over. I'm flipping over the, so I can get the other side of the chicken. I'm hoping that the seasoning stays on the chicken because there's plenty that has come off, but I've also over seasoned because I always do that. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I guess we'll find out when we eat it. I have a plate that I'm gonna put the cooked chicken on so that I don't have to put it back on the cutting board with the raw chicken, because that's bad. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking my knife, is I'm cutting open a piece of the chicken just to see what the inside of it looks like. I'm not doing a good job opening the chicken. Yes, it is still very raw, so this is going to cook for a while. I'm honestly to the point where I wish I had gotten pre-shredded chicken or pre-cooked chicken or something, because I'm frustrated. Turn the heat up just a smidgen. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna keep the heat turned down so that I can have it cook without it burning, because I'm scared.
Help me! Help me!
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut this other chicken breast. I'm gonna cut it thinner and see how that works. I think I butterflied this. Forgive the shape, but it's flatter now, and hopefully that helps it to cook more evenly. So I have butterflied, I think, this piece as well. How sick can you get from eating raw chicken? I'm actually gonna turn the heat up a smidgen. It's completely quiet in Chicken Town. If I do burn it, like, I'm sure it's fine. Like, I just don't use the burnt parts. If I'm being completely honest, I have no idea what the point of using oil is. I'm just scared I'm gonna cook it to death. I'm sure you all have cooked meat before, and if you haven't, what I did was I poured a dollop of oil in there. I seasoned it, like right in there. I put the chicken in there, and then it cooks. All right, it's actually coming along quite nicely. This is what the inside looks like. This side, one of the sides of the chicken is very crispy and golden, but most of it is done, so that's pretty freaking cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right in the pan. So my garlic powder, I'm taking it, I'm opening it, sprinkled it right on there. My salt, put it in my hand until it looks like a little bit. I don't know, I'm just kind of measuring with my heart here. And then the pepper, again, measuring with my heart. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just push the pieces of chicken to the side and cook them in that oil. I don't actually say oil like that, but I think it's funny. So here is my second attempt at chicken breast. Here is all the pieces from my first attempt. I'm going to shred that in a bit. I just need 2 cups. So far I've been doing this for a little less than 45 minutes. So cook time probably depends on your competency as a person. I thought about doing a binging with Babish joke where I called it munching with Mars. I didn't do that. Go ahead and flip for the first time. I'm actually going to try a piece of this chicken that I've cooked to see how I did. It's a little dry, but overall, cooked through, tasty. So I don't think I have to be too upset that it's dry. It's actually cooking much faster now that I have butterflied it. This is what it looks like. It actually looks really good. So I'm kind of excited. It's probably safe to say that these are done. And that's actually the last, like, stovetop thing I need to do. This is how I'm gonna be making the filling. The chicken and the cheese is like the last thing you add. I'm actually gonna wait to shred the chicken And I'm going to start by heating 3 ounces or 1/3 of a cup of cream cheese in the microwave for like 20 seconds just to soften it up so I can stir it. I've gone ahead and put that in the microwave for about 30 seconds just so that it warms up. The rest of the cream cheese, I think I'm gonna put in a plastic bag. Plastic bag, cheese, done. That's how easy your life becomes when you have single-use plastic in it. But our cream cheese is nice and soft. We take about 1/4 of a cup of green salsa, so salsa verde, right here. Bad news, guys. We're not cooking anymore because I can't open a jar.
1 hour later.
Oh, okay, I got it open. God, what? Anyways. Oh, it smells really good. That just goes right in the bowl. That's gonna be yummy with some chips later. So now that that's nice and combined, I need a tablespoon of lime juice. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm making a mess right now. 1/2 teaspoon cumin. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. So how much did I freaking say I needed? 1/2 teaspoon. Cool. Basically what this is telling me is that I have a terrible short-term memory. 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I might have put a little extra in there. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. We stir that. 3 tablespoons chopped cilantro. 2 tablespoons green onion. Here are my green onions and my cilantro. The cilantro came in a package. It's fine with me. This part is going to take me a while. I'm gonna have to chop these leaves. I wish I had scissors, because I feel like that would be more efficient. But my boyfriend doesn't have scissors in his house. Isn't that something? I'm also gonna have to chop an onion later. That's great. Chefing it up, actually. I don't know if I was even supposed to chop this, but I did. This is about 1 tablespoon. That's 1. I need 3 of those. 2 tablespoons of this. All right. And again, scissors be great for this, but no. This is what I have to do. I think that this is around oh, okay. I'm just gonna use all of this and call it good. So that's everything except for the cheese and the chicken. So here's my mixture. I can't get over how actually really good it is. But I'm just literally going to cut it into strips. This is not shredding. I know what shredding is, and this ain't it. But I'm gonna shred these pieces with my hands. Is what I'm gonna do. This one actually seems a little more moist on the inside, nice and soft and tender, which is promising, to say the least. I'm also going to see if I can't just rip this one apart and shred it like this. I am making a giant mess with my hands. You're not really seeing what I'm doing, but I'm literally just ripping these pieces of chicken. I'm just ripping them. And whatever doesn't get used, I will probably just eat because I'm genuinely really hungry, and it smells really good, and I'm hungry, and it smells good, and I'm hungry, and it smells good, so I'm gonna eat it. I could honestly shred it a bit more, but I think it might, I don't know, I needed my cup. A cup of shredded cheese. I'm gonna do that first because the chicken is going to make it wet. Probably just gonna end up using all of this chicken anyways. Because if there's extra, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. God, I cannot wait to eat this. It smells so freaking good. I'm actually gonna taste some of this mixture to see, give myself a little preview of what is to come. Take me to Flavor Town. That's pretty good, actually. So here's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna spray this pan in cooking oil. Now let me tell you what's in it. It just says extra virgin olive oil. Cool. I'm gonna hope that is enough. What, I have to preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Roll this mixture of chicken into these tortillas and place seam side down is what the thing said. So I'm gonna get a plate. I don't think this man owns any plates other than paper plates, so this is what we're rocking with. Get some goo, put it in the thing. And I've just rolled it like this, like a roll up. And I'm gonna place it down. And I might let them touch because I simply don't care. And that makes this like kind of like a casserole. Whoa, hey now, don't do that. The serving size says it yielded about 12. And my hands are getting messy, which I absolutely hate. But I can always wash them. So I'm doing 5 on the top row. I might put 1 in the middle or 2 in the middle, and then I'll do 5 in another row. Because I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. I might just be eating some of these before they come out of the oven. It's a nice little snack for me to have. And I'm only putting about like this much in each one. So, well, I was right. About 11, making about 11 of these. So I rinsed out the bowl so that I can use it for the pico de gallo. I only need about, what was it? Half a cup. So I'm gonna see if this is enough for half a cup. I fear that it isn't, but my half a cup. I'm just gonna rip this one up a little. And if it's not a half a cup, that's okay. I'll just figure out what I'm gonna do once I cross that bridge. Once I come to the bridge to cross it. God. Should I just cancel? Like, I can't talk. If this only ends up being about a 1/4, that's okay. I'll just have not much pico de gallo. If this is a 1/4 of a cup, I can just half the recipe that I already have. And it kind of is. It's a little bit less if you are gonna be that way. So I need 1 cup of this. No? Yes. 1 cup of this. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna drain the pineapple juice into a cup and drink it. Hey, that's the sound of the oven being preheated. Bottoms up. They always arrange these so cute. The rest of this I'm probably just gonna eat. And then my extra cup, I can also just eat. Hope I can speed up some of these clips, because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me place chunks of pineapple into a cup for however long I have to do it for. Just gonna dump that right in there. That's great. That's about half. Clove of garlic. Half of a teaspoon is about 1 clove. Mars versus opening jars. Yet again. Garlic, jalapeno, and an onion. This is the part I'm not excited about. This is the part of the video where I eat pineapple in the dark. Here is my jalapeno. I'm going to chop off the stem. Do this. I have halved the jalapeno, but the recipe says 1, but I only have enough to make half of what the recipe says. I'm just gonna cut this up again. Do this. My mouth hurts from that pineapple. I'm gonna put the rest of this jalapeno in a bag to use for something else. Whoa, that's spicy in my mouth. That looks spicy. And now I'm gonna peel this onion. Yeah, if I estimate, I think 1 onion is around a cup. If I had my composter, I'm not at home again. I usually put my food waste in a compost bin. But as I do not have that right now, I'm incapable. That's a peeled onion. I do this a little bit differently because this is how my family does it. I score the onion. I guess is the right, I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but I'm cutting it and then I go the other direction. And then when I go to slice it, it's already minced. So here we go. Yeah, I'm not loving the sensations I'm experiencing. My knife skills are not good. If you want to watch good knife skills, I don't know, you probably should have asked somebody with a brain. Someone who is a chef, perhaps. But that ain't me, brother. I'm actually thinking about just doing the amount that I cut. Because personally, I don't like a whole lot of onion. I think it's gonna bulk up the pico a bit to like have it in there, or I would have taken it out entirely because I just don't like it. It's making happy noises. I am actually doing fine. Everything is mostly done. I'm gonna actually add just a smidge of salt. Are they done? Do I have I don't know if we have any oven mitts. I'm scared that we don't, so I feel like we don't, so I'm just gonna use this. Alrighty. I'm gonna show y'all what I got here. That's what it ended up looking like. Pico. I'm gonna make a little box of it. Oh, and so I placed it seam down. This is how it looks. This is the inside. The seam down, I think, helps to seal it a bit. So, let's see. That was really good. I would definitely recommend dipping these in, like, salsa. Ooh, I might put some salsa in there for them to dip. Dip them in some salsa, dip them in some sour cream, some Greek plain yogurt will also be great. So I'm gonna spoon some Greek yogurt into these containers, but first I'm gonna dip some. Oh yeah. I'll be back and I'll be recording the reactions for you. This is Micaiah. Woo, woo. He's gonna try taquitos.
Cook it and put it in the air fryer? Or?
No, I put it in the oven. And what do you think? Tell me what you think.
Tastes like a taquito. I'd say solid 7.9.
Tell me how you feel about I know the pico's probably kind of, it's experimental, so like if it's not that great, that's fine.
You want to know something cool about that?
What?
Tastes like pineapple with cilantro.
Well, that's
and
pico.
Jalapenos.
That's what it's supposed to taste. That's the ingredients. They're right there. Pretty good? Mm-hmm. I'll take that. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Vanya. I'm trying out. What's your name?
Mars.
Mars. Food. We have some. What is it?
Pineapple pico de gallo. Yeah?
Like that.
Yeah.
Chicken taquito, yeah. They're creamy. Got cream cheese in them.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yay!
That's pretty good.
Yay!
Very creamy too.